welcome to this new episode of Continuum Gaming, and today we are going to have a look at 3 different games again, which will be Air Combat Games 1. Don't ask me why there is a plural in there, it's just one game if you ask me. Then we are going to have Green Giant in Miami and Park Planner Build a Theme Zoo. My name is Gerald, of course. This is my setup. I have Foldable keyboard, which is of course a Bluetooth device, which can be paired more or less, or which can be paired, better to say, with the smartphone we are going to use to do this. And we have a Bluetooth mouse, which is the same case. We are going to use this as input device, therefore. This smartphone we are using is a pretty old one. It's a Windows 10 mobile smartphone, the Lumia 950 XL. And it has a USB-C connector at the bottom and is Continuum enabled. So Continuum is the technology where we can just connect the smartphone to the TV by HDMI or whatever, with, for instance, a USB-C hub. This is a display dock in this case. And like that we can play everything on the big screen here in a desktop-like experience. So it's not a smartphone that is just mirroring itself or something, but it's going to give you a desktop-like experience to be shown on the screen here. If you want to know more about that, please have a look at the corner up there, and other than that, let's start with the first game. The first game is our Air Combat game, and it's here, Air Combat Games 1, I think it's Air Combat game. I'm going to go in there and show you a little bit about the game. It's really a very simple one. As you already can see, it is optimized for very low resolutions, if you ask me. So maybe not the best thing to play it on a big screen, but you can do it. I want to show you how, and so we are going to do that. As you can see, there are a couple of different levels here, and you will have to unlock them. And I'm just going to turn around and show you what's going on here. We are just going to play this game for a very short time. And you just click on that, and we can get rid of the bar here. And as you can see, this is going to be you, and this is going to be the enemies. So there are a couple of different enemies coming around, or a lot of them. And you are going to fire all the time. You don't have to click anything other than just one mouse button, or with your touch finger, of course. So just do that. And as you can see, you are going to fire all the time. And aim of the game is more or less to fly around as long as you can. And let's go in again. What you will have to achieve are 100 points, or the score 1 should be at 100. Not like this. Give me 1 sec. Okay, let's go in again. And after a while you're getting the hang of that. In the end, all you have to try to do is kill the enemy, which is going to be a little bit hard sometimes, not always, but you will see what I'm talking about. Okay, sorry. Controlling your ship or your fighter there is pretty simple. You're just going to use one mouse button. If you click on it, it's going to raise up, and if you don't click on it, it's going to go down. A little bit like something like, not really, because you can hold your mouse button. You don't have to stay fixated and click it all the time or stuff. So if you want to, you could try to just fly all the time at a lower altitude there. But the problem with that is, of course, you are firing always into the direction you are having your nose stick. So in the end, as you can see, we are always flying up or down, so the rockets which are going to fly around and are fired here are going to go up and down always. And there is, of course, this one rocket that is going down for some reason. So something like a bomb or something that is going to be dropped all the time. And other than that, just try to stay alive as long as you hit 100. You're going to go to the next game, and so on and so forth. I'm not sure if it's the same game or if it's just another form of game after that. So you would have to try that out and find it out. maybe that's the reason why there's an S. I'm not sure about that, so just try it out. If you can overcome, for instance, the level 1, then you might be able to see the next game. I am not at the moment. So if you want to try it out, please let me know in the comments below, and yeah, what you could find there, and if you could find there something. Okay, so let's have a look at the second game. The second game is Green Giant in Miami, and this is more or less Hulk that is going to go around and kill stuff. Pretty simple 3D game, pretty nicely done in some aspects, and very, very, yeah, bad, I would say bad, in others. So let's have a look. Worst thing about it, it costs money, so is it worth the money? I'm not sure. Let's see what this game is all about, so I can show it to you. What I really like about the game is the overall look and stuff like that is pretty nice for a smartphone game. Not at the highest tier level or something, but still pretty nice. You can use your mouse and keyboard for controlling Hulk. You are going to be Hulk in Miami in this case. Don't know if Miami is really of any let's go to Let's Play just to show you what's going on. Miami is not really the city you are going to be in, or it's not going to be recognizable or something, but in the end all you are going to do is you're going to fight enemies and you're just going to smash everything down that you can. Biggest problem in this game is not that you are going to have less health or something, or too less health. Biggest problem is that you really have a timer running. So you have to be pretty fast in where you are going, what to do and how to kill the enemies. What I find, for instance, a little bit disturbing is that you can jump all the time, and jumping is going to give it a Hulk smash on the ground and everybody around you is going to die from that. So in the end it's a little bit too easy to kill the other enemies in this aspect, and you have, not much time to do it anyway, so I'm not sure why there are other kinds of attack parts there. So some kind of a timer or whatever would be nice for this jumping around, or at least the smash you get when you jump. But other than that, it's a pretty nice game. I will show you what's going on. So you're going to use your mouse and probably more like your keyboard, but the mouse is necessary too. It's always WASD to control your Hulk. Jumping is done by space, and everything else is done by the mouse more or less, which is a pity too. In the end you can use a couple of different Hulks here, but you have to get coins for that first. So as you can see, we have a power level and a stamina. And if we go to the next one, you can already see I could, for instance, buy the red Hulk in this case, or a blue Hulk already. So I would say we are going to start with the green one, and maybe we are trying the other ones out after that. I wasn't aware that I was already in the area of getting the other Hulks unlocked, but let's go to the selection part. As you can see, we have a couple of different missions here, so mission 1 and mission 2. If you go to this, you see we have a couple of different levels in here, so I'm going to tap to play on that one, for instance, and show you what's going on. It's not the easiest, just to let you know. There's a little bit of loading time, and as you can see, it's a nice little level here. So as you can see, you can run around. There are going to be a couple of different cars and stuff. The frame rates are okay to play, not really the best ones, but still okay on my smartphone here. If you would have something less powerful, I'm not sure if you want to play this. But anyway, what I find very, very annoying is that add window over there. And I ran into the wrong direction, which is a very big pity, because there you can see above the add window, at this position there is a timer running, and that is going to break us. And that's the biggest flaw of the whole game. I think the time is just not long enough to have fun with it. So in the end, it's Hulk. You don't expect something like lyrics or something from him, and not any kind of very, let's say, advanced talk or whatever. There's an enemy, for instance, which is a little bit of funny thing because it's a human. But there are other guys. It's not always just those guys. There he comes, he's trying to kill us, of course, just trying to hit us in the face or beat us or what or something. I'm not sure what he's trying there, but he is not going to be able to do anything against us. Especially those guys are really, really just pathetic, I would say. There, for instance, is a superhuman, or let's say it's a superhuman. I'm not sure at the moment. As you can see, our problem was the timer was too not long enough to fight against him. So you really have to be dedicated to kill everything in the right timing. Otherwise, you're going to end like this. You already saw the green Hulk. I'm going to get the red one or whatever. Yeah, let's lose him in this case. And we are just going to play another level. For instance, this one. There are a lot of them. Most are very easy, not easy in that case, but probably at least very similar. I like him. He looks pretty nice if you ask me. We can't run into that direction, so we will have to go around here and try to find him. Mouse movement is done by just clicking the mouse and then just moving the mouse around, which you will have to do all the time here. Some cars are destroyable, some are not. I'm not sure why. You can't go through buildings or something, so if you are wondering why I'm not just smashing my way against the buildings or whatever and kill them that way, no, that's not possible. So let's see, I hope we can at least see a couple of enemies here. Come on guys. Okay, there's a minion again, we are just going to jump, and as you can see, you don't even have to be very close to the enemy or something to get him. So it's really very easy in that aspect. As you can see, there are different kinds of attacks. We could try... Okay, let's do that. We are just trying to punch him, for instance. We can do that. With punching, you need a couple of different movements to do that in the end. Of course, you are Hulk, so he is not going to have a very easy time, but you will have to be pretty precise to get him. So you can punch him, you can, for instance, kick, something like this, or you can jump. And yeah, as mentioned before, the easiest way to kill somebody is really jumping, not even very close to him. He's just going to die from jumping in a pretty big radius around him. Same if you have multiple enemies or something. There we go, he is dead too. But all you have to do, of course, is just get the enemies on the ground or die. Let them die. Let's see. If I jump here, that might be enough to kill everybody. Let's see. There they come. Yeah, as you can see, I can really get rid of a lot of enemies at the same time by jumping. I'm not sure if that is meant to be that way. So, isn't it... Probably it's not even solvable, the levels, from the timer here. If you're not trying it that way and jumping around. But you can already see it's a nice little game, a little bit repetitive. Nice with all the textures and stuff like that. It's looking okay, but problem is they should really have a look at the game dynamics of this game, because there are a couple of different things that are just too easy but too hard to do with in the timing and stuff like that. So increase the timer by maybe twice as much as we have at the moment for most missions, but make it a little bit more fun to fight the other guys, or just get rid of the timer in such a mode, play mode or whatever, to do that. And please get rid of this, because we paid money for it. there shouldn't be any kind of advertisement anyway, and I can't even get rid of it, so really get rid of it. Okay, so let's have a look at the third game in our mashup today, which is going to be Park Planner Build a Theme Zoo. And interesting thing about this game is if you start it for the first time, you are going to see only some kind of a card game. And you are thinking, oh, why can't I build a zoo or something here, if the name suggests that. But if you play it for the second time, you're going to see why it's called that, because you're really building a zoo in 3D and everything is pretty fine and nice. The card game is good enough too, so if you like that, I'm pretty sure you can play that in-game too. But let's start with Park Planner Build a Theme Zoo. Okay, and for that I'm going to turn around again. And we have to wait a little to let it load, but in the end it's going to be a very nice looking, child approved, but you can play it as a older person too, game where you are going to build a zoo in the end, and you can play it as a guest, or you can play it with some kind of an account. I'm going to play it with a guest here. Guest account means that he's going to select everything for you and just saving it in. And here you already can see the style of the game is very, very nicely drawn and childlike and approved for children and stuff like that. Then just hit play, and as you can see, we are starting with this little information here. And what a wonderful I lost the word for that, sorry for that. Would have to have a look at that again. So in the end, let's start with our zoo and try to get rid of the damage that has been done for this, wherever. So in the end, just put money in. There is some kind of a little bit of music behind there, as you already can see. And we have the first day already over because we just played it already. But as you can see, there are a couple of different people which are going to visit our zoo here. And if we open it at least, they can go in. And we get $500 for letting them in, of course. And after that, I'm not really sure what I should do at the moment. They tell me to click that, but somehow that's not going to... okay, sorry. So all you will have to do in this game is, of course, build your zoo up and give people something what they want. For instance, they want to run around, have a look at the zoo, at the different animals you will see here, and of course you will have to give them something to eat, something to do stuff with. And I'm a little bit confused why I can't click on that at the moment. Sometimes, and that would be a misfortune in this case, you will have to click on that by a touch click. So not with your mouse or something. If that is the case, I can't really do anything but looking around and having stuff like that. It seems like it's exactly like that, which is really a pity because other buttons already have been working. But yeah, seems to be a little bit like that. So what you would have to do in this case is, of course, you would have to play the introduction, for instance, on your smartphone itself, with your smartphone. It's not going to work at the moment, so sorry for that, because if we're connected with Continuum in this case, we can't really do anything about that, because it's already simulating a mouse situation here. Sometimes, it's not often, but sometimes that is just the case and we can't do anything against that. Can even zoom in, out and stuff. So in the end the game is working, but you would have to play it first on your smartphone. Other than that, you are just going to try to build a zoo here. I can just show you around a little bit. I played it before and reset it then. What you are going to do is you are going to place different things here, for instance ice cream shops and so on and so forth. Of course, for that you will have to get money of this, and you will have to get these golden ones, because the golden ones are going to help you with building stuff. And other than that, of course, you are going to have to do a little bit of tasks and stuff like that. So the people are going to have a nice day here and are going to come back to you. Really misfortune that this is not going to work at the moment, sorry for that. But as mentioned before, the game itself is pretty self-explanatory. It has some nice little graphics in here, very simple graphics, but still nice enough to play it, and you are just going to build a scene. So that's more or less what is going on here. Sometimes there are going to be different card games in between here, and sometimes we are just going to build stuff, doing stuff like that, and so on and so forth. I'm not sure, can I click on you maybe? Interesting, if you are clicking with the middle mouse, then you're going to zoom in very, very closely. And you can already see what's going on here. Yeah, so sorry for the letdown at this point. Maybe I will give you a little bit of a peek in there in a couple of cuts probably. But till now you will have to live with that. You will have to play this game on your smartphone itself before you can really play it on Continuum, because you just can't click on this button in this case. So, anyway, thank you for watching, thank you for listening. I hope you still had a nice time hearing or watching this, and other than that, thank you for watching. Have a great day, have a great new year if we haven't seen us before, and other than that, thanks. Till the next episode. Don't forget to subscribe, give a thumbs up, or do some kind of a commentary down below. And other than that, thanks for watching and see you around. Bye. Bye.